Welcome to this week's Down Home with Tina. I am your host, Tina Thompson. I have Director of the Fairfield County Veteran Service Commission, Park Russell, with me today, and it is the week of Veterans Day, and so I'm really excited, Park, that you were able to make it with me. Before we get started, Park, I had the honors of being asked to be the MC of the Freedom's Never Free appreciation event that they had. It's been a couple of weeks now, but man, I tell you, I meet so many inspirational veterans when I go and I do an event like that, or even if I just go as a guest, not necessarily to MC it or work it, if you just not as a guest, just as a participant, to go and be involved with it like that. And I think that our veterans sometimes, I've been out for a really long time, so I don't get to run in veterans. But when I run into veterans from time to time, boy, we just have something to talk about. And to hear the different stories, especially for something like that. One of the people that I had met was a retired Marine, and he had with him they call them CWD, contract working dog, a canine, that I don't know if you call it that he's a German Shepherd dog, retired or not, because I don't think he was very old when he was injured in the line of duty out there sniffing the bombs and things like that. But Emperor was his name, and he was just an amazing dog. And this is the story I have to tell you about this, because I love dogs and I love animals. When I was introduced to him, his owner is Laszlo Szalai, is his name, the retired Marine. And when I was standing there and he says, "Oh, well, here's Emperor," and Emperor got up and he came over to me. And as he came and walked in front of me, and I'm talking to him the whole time because he's a hero. This dog is a hero, just as many of our veterans are heroes. I think everybody that's signed on that dotted line, they have decided to do something for our nation, and that makes them a hero to me. So I bend over and I put my hands on each side of his neck and I'm petting him just very slowly, and I'm telling him how grateful I am to him, or he is to me, and that I'm honored to be in his presence. And I'm telling you what, I think that dog bowed, because it was like he just kind of put his head on down, like he was bowing to me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I was totally crying. This is so amazing, because they say dogs are man's best friend. Those dogs are trained to do that, to save lives. Have you ever had the experience with that?
No, I haven't. I've seen them train in the Marine Corps, but I've never had any interaction with them at all.
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah, they are.
It's just like,
and they are focused on their mission and what they're supposed to do.
And I wish I knew how folks can find out about his story and what it was that he did, because he ended up with a brain trauma, the dog. And I do know that he was to be left behind. And that SEAL team that he was working with at that time, they were not about to leave that dog behind because of what he had just done. I think he had just saved them, and he had gotten injured in the process of it, like saved their lives. So they brought him back home to the U.S. and had him healed, and now he's 11 years old. The last couple weeks ago, he turned 11 years old. So I'm like, oh, it gives me goosebumps when I think of things like that. But you are retired.
I am. Thank you.
What branch of the military?
Marine Corps, 25 years.
Yeah, Semper Fi.
Semper Fi, yep.
So you have been director of Fairfield County Veteran Service Commission for how long?
I've been there 19 years. I've been a director the last 5 years.
Oh, you've been there for 19 years.
19 years, and a Marine for 25, yes.
Wow. Yeah. So tell me, why is it that you continue to do what you do? Because this is awesome.
When I left the Marine Corps, I just wanted to give back to the veterans. I'm one, and I felt the way to do it was to serve them through filing paperwork through the VA. It can be a nightmare at times, and that's what drove me. And to also inform veterans of their benefits. When I was assigned in Washington, D.C. under the President's Squadron, I had the opportunity to listen to the people in D.C. of all the benefits. And many of the veterans who got out, the Marines when I went back, they didn't know about them. And I made a determination when I got out I was going to come and work for the county. I really did. And my wife would tell you, and I just want to get the word out to veterans.
And let them know, because the benefits do change all the
They
time.
do change all the time, yes.
And because of the different conflicts throughout the years, they need to change because times have changed, and you see different things going on with our veterans that they need other types of benefits. Yes. What are some of those different benefits in all of the 19 years that you've seen that have changed?
Well, the biggest one recently has been those who served in the Navy during Vietnam, and they were off the coast, 12 nautical miles. They now can apply for benefits through exposure to Agent Orange. And that is a very big one because for many years, it's been 44 years since Vietnam ended. They've been told that they weren't exposed to Agent Orange, but they were due to the water, due to air, the food that transported back and forth. And so now they can apply.
Nice.
And the widows of a veteran who served during that time can also come back and see what benefits they may qualify for. So it's a very big benefit. It's a lot of Navy personnel that were out there off the coast that were exposed.
As director, what do you find is one of the biggest challenges for Fairfield County Veteran Service Commission and your mission?
The biggest challenge is trying to get them in the door. You know, we're taught through our training that you don't ask for help, you pick up your load and you just go on. And sometimes you can't do that. And I'm trying to reach veterans out there that have not made their trip into our office to find out what their benefits may be. It seems like most veterans come in when they're hurting and they don't understand what's going on in their body because of what they were exposed to or something like that. And that's what we're trying to do, is just get the word out and try to get them in. And the only way you could do it is we tried all kind of ways, and this is one way. So we're trying.
So do you recommend, which I would think that you would, that veterans, before they start hurting, before anything's going on in their life, because I know that PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, is something that has been prevalent for our veterans for several years now. But that is something that I know just through you all, that is continuing to change all the time. Each individual is different in the way they may be facing that stress that they went through. And you all don't know how to help if our veterans don't come and see you and talk. And it's not because we're weak, it's because we are together in this. When you sign that dotted line, when you were taught that, you just grab your rucksack and you carry on and you're going to figure it out. I'm one of those people.
I'll
be like,
I'm
like, I'll figure it out. And, as I sit here and I think about that, that's probably frustrating sometimes to some people who love my loved ones, because they want to, no, you don't have to figure it out by yourself. That's why we have folks like you guys. That's why we have family there. That's why we may be strong and we want to do it, but we don't have to do it alone. We were taught in the military to work as a team. Were we not?
Yep.
And that's still the same when you're out. And you're always going to be a part of, I think, the military.
One of the most frustrating thing is when I have someone that finally comes in and says, I never knew about you. I didn't know your office existed. And I keep asking myself, where are we falling short trying to get the word out? And it seems like family members can help an awful lot, and neighbors and all. And sometimes you have to plant a seed and wait for it to grow and try to keep saying the same thing over and over and over to get them in. And I know also can be a bitterness of what they've experienced and then come back in and talk to somebody in the VA.
Yep.
Everybody in the office have been there. We've all served. And so we can relate to the veteran. We can relate to them.
Yeah, and then if maybe not one of you, there's somebody that can. They just haven't met yet.
Yes.
To be able to share their story and to listen. I'm not, kid you not, just a couple nights ago, I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking, okay, because I knew I was going to have you as guest. I'm like, what can I do? What can I do to encourage? What can we do? What is there spread the word about this, because I have talked to many different people. I've met many folks in the last several years even, and tried to find out, okay, so we have our new veterans, they're in their 20s that are just getting out, whether they were activated or I'm sorry, they were active duty, or if they were in the reserves or things like that. But if we can just try to reach them, because like you said, some of them they're kind of like, no, I don't want anything to do with it. Okay, so what can we do? How can we do it? What kind of event can we have that is across the board? Because we know we have awesome organizations, the VFW, American Legion, the AMVETS. I'm probably missing some, and I don't mean to. I apologize if I do. But a lot of them tend to be older, and those younger veterans are just kind of like, no, because they are older, they're not going to have what I need or what I want or what I'm seeking as in fellowship with another veteran. And I've also been told some of those veterans that are younger, they don't want any fellowship right now. They want time out, a break. But that's the most crucial time of their lives when they come out of the military, of knowing what is available to them to catch anything that might happen in their life. You know what I mean?
That's it right there. We're just trying to connect with them.
Connect. Yeah, connect.
That's it.
Yeah. What is it that you would, I guess the best way for veterans to reach out to you? Just call you? Should they check out your website?
Or they can call us at 740-652-7920, or come by the office, 3044 Columbus Lancaster Road, Northwest, and that's in Lancaster.
And if you are a veteran and you think that somebody's story is not like yours, please think twice about that, because one of you all, if you aren't one that experienced, there's going to be somebody that you probably have met in parts, what do you say, 25 and then 19 years in this job, that he knows of somebody that probably has your knowledge. And I like to say expertise, because, and I know you're always learning too, because once again, there's always new things going on out there in the world. But yeah, you guys can help them in some way. If you don't have the resource, you're going to, I would imagine, help a veteran, because it sounds like your personal mission and goal is to spread the words and help the veterans out there.
Or family members can help by directing them to us also. Yeah.
And I know there are some stubborn veterans out there, because I'm probably just going to admit I'm probably one of those where I want to sometimes figure it out on my own before I have to. But never forget that the most important thing, because I know that, and I don't like to mention this, but suicide is something that's very big in the world of our veterans. And I know there's a number out there that's...
There is a high number out there.
When I was at that event, they had said, I think, 20 a day.
Yes.
20, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. And we want to prevent that from happening, because our veterans are never alone. They're never alone.
Never alone.
That's right. So what's your contact information, Park?
740-652-7920. That's the easiest way to get us. Start with the phone, and we can go from there.
Thank you so much. But I also know that I have got to give you something. I get so into everything that I've got to give you something, because you are my veteran that I'm highlighting for Veterans Day this week. Look at me. I'm almost forgetting to highlight you, and that's what you're here for. This is a gift certificate to the Flower Pot in downtown Lancaster at 129 North Columbus Street, towards $25 fresh flower arrangement. You can for yourself or for your beautiful wife, because she's amazing. Without going into it, she is amazing. $20 for Ale House, $18.90 gift card. And this is, you can buy yourself something, but you probably won't buy, I know, your wife, Ava Jewelers, a gift card for $40. So I am highlighting you, but you know. What do we say, the backbone of the Army or the Marines or any of our military, the backbone at home. But you could, I'm sure, find a pair of nice boots or shoes at Walker Shoe Centers, a gift certificate for $30. Mark.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I thank you for all that you do.
Thank you for allowing me to be here to advertise our
Absolutely. Office. And anytime, because you know I love to promote and highlight my veterans. We'll be back. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Down Home with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the high school football game of the week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs.
We had a great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Rush Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up 4th down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you.
The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
Be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have got Roseanne Elliott. She is with the Blue Star Mothers of America, Ohio Chapter 10, and she brought me this neat little gift, Roseanne. Thank you. What do they call it? Is it like a lanyard, or it's a little
like you can use for your
keychain?
keys.
Yeah, and you can actually, what I like about that is that I can put it right on my wrist and it's not too long. You made this.
I made that.
That is really cool. Why did you make these?
I try to make gifts for all the veterans that come to our dinner that we host. That'll be Saturday, and I like to give them to my friends who are veterans.
Nice. Well, thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
have known Roseanne for several years, and I'm just wondering when she gets a call from me if she's like, oh no, it's that Tina. What does she want now? No, Roseanne, this is something that you volunteer and you do, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. How many years?
We started our group in 2007, but my oldest child in the military started in the military in 2004.
Really?
But did things for veterans before that because I have a family full of veterans.
You do. Can you tell me what branch and what they did?
Well, my father was one of 5 children who was in World War II, and he had a niece. She's still alive in Texas. She's in her 90s. Was in World War II, and they came here from Yugoslavia, and they have instilled in me the love for America.
Nice.
So that's how it all began.
Yeah. How many kids do you have? Have you had?
I have
in the
5
military?
children. 3 have served in the military.
3 of them.
2 are still in.
How is that for you as a mom?
It's tough when they're coming and going, and you never know where they're at. I have one right now that's in Ohio, but in the middle of a move, and he doesn't know when he's going to get moved.
Oh, so he's still in the
Yes.
military, and so it's that in between. Yeah. Is that who answered the phone when I called the other day? Because I was like, well, I think she's an empty nester. It might be one of her kids there in the military. It must be visiting or something. I'm not trying to be nosy. You don't have to tell me. But, well, you probably take them when you can, right?
Yes. Yes. You're always happy if you can have a family get together and they all might show up.
Yeah.
You never know.
What do you do for Veterans Day? You had just mentioned that you guys do something with Blue Stars.
Yes. Our Blue Star mothers try to do several things at Veterans Day. One is this Thursday is our meeting, and we will pack our monthly boxes that we send overseas. And we also will pack 150 bags this year that we take to nursing homes in the county. So we call all the nursing homes and find out how many veterans they have. And all my ladies get together and we pack goodie bags and we take them to the nursing homes.
How many you pack?
This year we have 150.
Wow.
So we've packed as many as 190, but we're losing a lot.
What all goes into these bags for them?
We give them some candy and goodies and things like that. We give them coasters. Was a suggestion because They always have their glass leaking on the table. And we always give them American flags.
Nice.
And then we give them toiletry items. We give them a reusable bag so that if they need to send things back and forth home, they can use it. We give them paper, pens, some gift cards, cards that they can mail out to their friends because they don't go shopping. Puzzle books, crayon books.
And this is something in addition
Yes.
to what you do for the military
Yes.
that is activated.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is in addition to, how do you acquire those things for these veterans?
Most all of our stuff comes through donations. What doesn't come as a donation, we purchase with the money that we raise at our golf outing in the summer.
And tell me about your golf outing. Do you know when it's going to be next year yet?
I don't have the date. Okay. It's been in September the last 3 years. Okay. So it'll be in September, and that's our big fundraiser.
Okay. So folks, you golfers out there, then even if you're not and you want to donate, definitely contact you guys, right?
Yes.
Because I'm sure you probably have things to give away and
Yep.
such. Like
Yes.
auctions or whatever. Chinese auctions,
Yes.
you guys do that? So it is. I'm not quite sure. I'm totally guessing.
We like to give, we get a lot of veterans, but we like to give all of our people a gift when they come and support us.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
things like that too.
Nice. Well, okay. So tell me, because I do know that when it gets into colder months, for those soldiers of ours that are from local here, right? You guys do packages and you can actually include chocolate.
Yes, you can
Because that is
include
something that you
chocolate.
can't, and that is something that I'm sure is
From
really
December
nice.
to March, you can put chocolate in there. If you put it in any other time, there's no guarantee it's going to look like it did when you sent it.
Right. Roseanne, what are some of those items that you're always in need of for our soldiers?
We try to send a lot of items that have protein, so peanut butter, peanuts, trail mixes, little cans of Vienna sausages, jerky.
Beef jerky?
Beef jerky.
That's probably a favorite.
Yes.
Do you think amongst?
Yes, we send a lot of that. We do send some toiletry items, but we cannot send aerosols. We lately gotten people who started doing the aerosols again, and those boxes come right back to us if somebody mistakenly packs an aerosol.
Okay, so please nothing with aerosol. If you probably can't take it on a plane, you probably can't pack it in a box.
Right.
Right? And
Right.
a lot of folks do travel plane. Well, I don't want to say a lot, but some, yeah, so that makes sense.
Yes. And some of the folks that we have are in places that have to have their boxes actually airlifted in. So when they're not pressurized and they're in a helicopter being dropped, that's not a good thing to put an aerosol can in.
How many soldiers are you packing? How many boxes, I guess I should say, for the...
Currently, we've been ranging anywhere from 6 to 10, but we will mail to anybody in the local community or in the county who contacts us and has a soldier that's in a war zone. We mail all the time, every month.
Monetary donations, do you always take monetary donations? Because, I mean, you have to have the postage paid for this, right?
Yes, the postage is almost $19 a box.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, so it does cost a bit just to put the postage on the box to send it over.
Yeah, and you've kept doing it. So anybody who has anything, I got to tell you, one thing that I did do at one time, and I really thought this was kind of cool, was if you do any kind of writing pads, open up in the middle of it and write a positive message to the soldier, because what a neat little treat that would be to open that up, even at the holiday times, just to let them know how appreciative that you are for what they're doing for us. Roseanne, your contact information for anybody.
Okay, so we have an email, and it's long. It's FOR, period, the, period, troops, period, OH10 @gmail.com.
And what I always do is I Google Blue Star Mothers of America Chapter 10, and it gets me to Roseanne every time. She knows because I keep calling her. Roseanne, thank you so much for being with me. She's not going anywhere, folks. She's going to play a fun game with me. Find out what it is here in a minute. It's Down Home with Tina.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I'm a recovering addict. For 10 of the last 11 years, I've been struggling with addiction, homelessness, incarceration, and just loneliness. However, since getting clean this past year, I've accomplished more than I have in those 10 years combined. After attending outpatient counseling services, inpatient counseling services, living in a sober living house, and attending 12-step meetings, I've been able to regain control of my life and begin to achieve goals I've always dreamed of. Addiction can destroy lives in many ways. Whether you need help with childcare or financial assistance, everyone deserves a new beginning. Recovery supports are just that, supports for recovery. My life mattered. Your life matters too.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
At Dagger Law, we have more than 110 years of combined expertise in nearly every part of law.
What I think sets us apart from any other law firm is our ability to work together.
With us, you're getting a trusted partner, in addition to a team who can help you with a growing business, changing family, planning your future, or dealing with land issues.
It's a challenge every day, and you meet an awful lot of nice people.
Your case matters. We'll take the time and the energy to ensure that you have a quality experience, quality representation.
Whatever you need, we have a lawyer who can help. Dagger Law. Local, trusted, experienced.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. Roseanne Elliott is with me. Are you the president of the chapter?
Yes.
I didn't even say that earlier. She is the president of Blue Star Mothers of America, Ohio Chapter 10. Love having her. Lots to do in the few minutes that we've got left. As you can see, we're going to play a game. I'm going to ask her a question. If she gets it right, then she gets to spin, and we see if I get my pie in the face or not. But before I do that, I want to thank my sponsors. I want to thank Huddle Tire Company. I want to thank Ava Jewelers. I want to thank the Flower Pot. I have Fairfield Area Humane Society and Donald Law Office. Did I get all of them? I should have them all in order by now and know that. And I want to thank them huge because they are the reason why I get to come on each week and just talk about the amazing folks that we have in our community. So before we go any further, oh yeah, you can watch the show on my Facebook page, Down Home with Tina, also on Spectrum 1021. On Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. You can watch it 9 times if you want on Spectrum. You can watch it at 10 a.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. each of those nights. And also on YouTube. So if you've got a YouTuber and you want to share it with somebody, it is on the CLN Your Hometown Connection. So here we go, Roseanne. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now, this is a question that Roseanne may or may not know. We're going to find out if she does know. So I was in the military at one time. It was in the Army Reserves. Do you remember what conflict during the time I was in? It was a long time ago. I don't know if you knew this. I was stateside, so do you remember?
It
wasn't Vietnam.
Desert Storm.
She was right. Okay, she gets to do a spin on that one. And then, do you know what branch of the military? She did a good job. What branch of the military, do you remember?
You were in the Army Reserves.
I just said it. But you know what? For the record, she did say Army before we got started that she thought it was the Army. She's like, Josh, I think it was the Army. So, goodness gracious, that was funny. That was giving my own answer. She is quick, though. I would have been that one that would have gotten it wrong probably because I wouldn't have known that they said it. You are a good listener. If you will please spin that, and you'll spin it twice, and we'll add up, and we'll see if I have to do 5, and then she's going to have 2. So this will be great.
And 3.
So that is
8.
8.
So
Ready? Do you want to turn the thing? I'll let you turn it 8 times.
How do you turn it?
Just turn it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One time I didn't get it, and I thought it was going to be safe. Dagnabbit. Anyways, I love what you guys do, Roseanne. You guys are an awesome group. If you can help out our troops, please let them know. Contact them. Google if you need to, the Blue Star Mothers of America, Ohio Chapter 10. If you just get Blue Stars, they have the Chapter 10 for Ohio in there, and I'm a hot mess. So I'm going to go and clean myself up. Thank you so much. Kudos to our veterans. Thank you if you have served in our armed forces whatsoever. We love you, and keep on doing. You need anything, you contact Fairfield County Veteran Service Commission. And also, if you want to help out a veteran and get those packages, get those packages to an active duty person, they're doing those now over at Mill Street Church, right? Yes. Perfect. Awesome. God bless you guys. Good day. It's Down Home with Tina.